In 1941, the world was engulfed in fear. But one decision would change the course of the war, and perhaps mark the beginning of Hitler's greatest defeat. On the morning of June 22, 1941, over 3 million German soldiers crossed the Soviet border. This massive military campaign was codenamed Operation Barbarossa. It was the largest invasion in human history. A 600-kilometer front, thousands of tanks, aircraft, and a plan Hitler considered invincible. Hitler's ambition was simple: crush the Soviet Union before winter, secure vast territories, and destroy communism in Europe. Yet the sheer scale of the operation created enormous logistical challenges. Supplying millions of troops over hundreds of kilometers of rough terrain was a feat even for Germany. At first, Germany had overwhelming success. Soviet forces were unprepared, disorganized, and shocked. Within 6 weeks, German troops destroyed thousands of tanks, captured Belarus and Ukraine, and approached the gates of Moscow. However, the German command underestimated the resilience of the Red Army. Millions of Soviet soldiers had retreated strategically, regrouped, and fortified key positions. The Germans had not encountered the true enemy yet. The German army was trained and equipped for summer campaigns, but they were unprepared for the Russian winter. As temperatures dropped to minus 40 degrees Celsius, tanks froze, fuel thickened, and soldiers' fingers and toes suffered frostbite. The Soviets, on the other hand, mobilized fresh Siberian divisions, hardened by winter and combat in the east. These troops launched counterattacks that shocked the advancing Germans. Logistics, harsh weather, and overextended supply lines became fatal weaknesses for Hitler's forces. The German army began retreating. For the first time, the world saw that Hitler could be defeated. What began as a confident invasion turned into a catastrophic mistake. Hitler's overconfidence, lack of preparation for winter, and underestimation of the Soviet resilience marked Operation Barbarossa as his most significant strategic blunder. This campaign not only stalled the German advance, but also marked a turning point in World War II. Millions of lives were lost, and the Red Army slowly regained momentum, setting the stage for the eventual push into Eastern Europe. Operation Barbarossa lasted nearly 4 years in its aftermath, with the Eastern Front becoming the deadliest theater of World War II. It demonstrated how logistics, weather, and strategic miscalculations can determine the outcome of global conflicts. Historians consider this campaign a defining moment, showing that even the most powerful military machine is vulnerable to planning errors and environmental challenges. If you enjoy world history, subscribe to learn more. Battles aren't won by weapons alone. Decisions, overconfidence, and mistakes often shape history itself.